This is PirateMummy, and welcome back to Dark Souls. We might even be in the middle of an episode right now, who knows? So it's been a little bit since I recorded an episode, and by that I mean it's probably a few days. I haven't been grinding the whole time. I've been actually playing other games and enjoying my life, doing other things. But anyway, I wanted to show y'all. First of all, this motherfucker's dead. Pretty sure you saw me giving him a what now kind of gesture earlier. I wanted to show you really quick. One of my favorites, souls farming. Usually will net you around 4 to 5 grand in a short time, and the trick to that is that you're low level enough anyway by this point. So what you want to do is, if you can, upgrade your weapon a bit, but certainly upgrade the attributes that are required for, you know, your scaling and stuff, so that that becomes easier too. You know, you notice with these guys, before it might have taken 6-7 hits to take them down with just R1 attacks. Now it's just straight up, you know, 3 attacks with the light attacks, and it's like, alright, they're done. And I'm not just doing this for shits and giggles. I mean, I am a little bit. I could just skip this whole bit, but I am doing this because we are about to attempt a boss. And it's not a particularly hard boss. In fact, I got shit for having such a hard time with it. For those of you who already know what boss that is, don't worry. I'm sure it'll go fine. It's a very beautiful boss. It does piss me off as a boss, though, must say. We'll get there. So these assholes, they intimidated me a lot as an early Dark Souls player. Really, you just gotta know how to sidestep them, and as you can see, 7 R1s and it's like, down goes Ledger, you know? Blow me up, internet, fight me for saying that. Alright, so, here we go. And, don't actually do that. I meant no offense by it. I just, you know, I have a bad sense of humor. Really, really bad sense of humor. It's so bad. As you can see, we've gained quite a bit since we started. And as you can also see, my dodge game has gotten better. But that's only because I've been a lot more confident. A big part of that are these fucking miracles right here. I never put any stock into faith. Never cared about it to begin with. Probably will never care about it again. Boop-a-doop. Come on. There you go. Boop. Boop. Got your nose. Made me think of ASDF immediately, by the way. Thank you very much, people, for making that. These guys I actually didn't mess with too much, especially when I was an early Souls player, but, you know, I came to find that the more confident I got, the more I didn't worry about mob bosses. And I'll show you why in just a little while here, because we're going to equip one of my favorite things to equip. And I know it'll be one of yours. Yep. Bad times. Did we overreach? No. Might have gotten a little cocky, though. I don't mind admitting that. There we go. Now, see, they do this thing, and that's kind of annoying. If you try to dodge roll, it's bad. Not gonna work. Basically. And if you try to block when you have no stamina, that's also gonna just disappoint the fuck out of you. Sorry to say it. Well, look at that, dude. We've been grinding for this so long, we actually found a stone greatsword. Is it actually good for me? It's probably not. Okay, I don't really want to equip it. I just, you know what? We already have it. That's fine. So this guy scales off of strength, dexterity, and intelligence, actually. It's quite powerful, but we can't effectively wield it, so it doesn't matter. Stone Knights who guard the Darkroot Garden wield this moss-covered greatsword. The same magic which created the Stone Knights is imbued in the sword. Unleash this power by wielding the sword with 2 hands. Interesting. That said, you won't catch me using that because that's not what this run's all about. I can't even say really that I have a specific idea in mind, other than we're well-rounded in strength, dexterity, and faith, and we're basically kind of cleric knighting it. We started off as a cave girl, which is a build I want to return to. A friend of mine actually told me that Dark Souls 2 is good for that. I guess because of the stances, the stance system when it comes to dual-wielding clubs. Sounds pretty awesome. Said it might get boring. Personally, I don't care because it sounds fun. And we'll get to that when we get to that. Probably will be the new year, actually, the way these are going, but who knows? Who flippin' even knows? So we're reaching the end of our Souls farming run here. But like I said, it's a nice little spot in the Darkroot Garden to Souls farm. It of course goes a little bit easier once you've beaten the Titanite Demon, but that's not required. You can just run right past that guy. Try to get it so where you make him shoot his lightning bolt so that he doesn't try to swing at you, because if you are under-leveled, he will destroy you. He will destroy everything you hold dear. That said, good luck. Oh, looks like we forgot a green thingy, green blossom. Blossom. And up we go to the final thing. This is where we actually got the Artorias ring. Is that what it's called? Wolf ring. It's the wolf ring. It was worn by Artorias. Probably something I should look up is when would be appropriate to start that DLC. Frankly, I'm fine not doing it till we're actually ready. And there you go. That is the run. I totally forgot there's something I need to show you. It's my new favorite thing to do. Gotta get past this clown. Ready? Oof! Oh, it makes me so happy. Alright, that's enough. Alright, it's finally time, kids. We're after the next boss. And as I mentioned before, I've gotten a lot of flack for thinking that it's a tough one. But you know what? Things that are out of reach and things that tend to demolish you in 1 or 2 good hits, those really get to me. Now, mind you, the first time I fought it and really had the big issue with it, again, was when I was not that good. It's the Moonlight Butterfly! Hey, guy! Looks really pretty, actually, in this thing. And again, you see, I've gotten much better. And maybe that's just Souls, you know? Again, I haven't picked up Dark Souls, the original, since after I actually went to the trouble of doing Dark Souls 2 twice, and Bloodborne. It's just something I haven't done. But, Soulsborne has trained me well, I find. Thank God for these extra heals, though, I gotta tell ya. I used to find the need to kindle that bonfire right down here, and it's not like it's a bad bonfire to kindle, because it's fucking not. There it goes. Then I used to think, oh, surely we actually have to fucking invest in, you know, archery and stuff, or at least buy more crossbow bolts and stuff, and I would just fucking fire away at that thing, wondering why it took so long. Well, it's because I didn't have a crossbow build, which is a dex build? So I'm not sure. It's a very important thing to know what you're doing. I just can't state that enough. Now, of course, you've seen how I've leveled up. You've seen how I've grown since the last time we played. Were we to fight the Taurus demon mano a mano, we'd probably fucking destroy its world. Now, it must be noted that these heal miracles aren't typically suited for boss battles, but this is a particularly slow boss battle, so no harm, no foul, right? One more for Jesus. Alright, that's round 2. I've seen this take me like 5 or 6 rounds before, but this is going to be a good 3 rounds. I'm actually really happy with myself. Like, again, Dark Souls trained me well. And I've, of course, played Scholar of the First Sin, so I don't imagine the trilogy is going to offer anything new in the way of that. And I don't imagine they're going to have upscaled Dark Souls 3 or anything, other than the fact that I think it's going to look pretty as hell on the PS4 and this TV now, since I've upgraded that. Not my PS4, but the fact that, you know, I have a better TV than I did when I played Dark Souls 1. Probably for good reason. That thing used to fuck up my day too. Might be wondering why I'm carrying this unwieldy shield, because as unwieldy as it still blocks 80% of magic. So it's good for this fight, and that's about the only time I ever use it. The end. Say goodbye to the beautiful moonlight butterfly, kids. I'm sure we'll see it again in another life. I know we'll see it again. Not as a boss, mind you. Soul of the Moonlight Butterfly. Let me tell you something else about Dark Souls. First of all, let's see how many souls we got. And hey, 10 grand. That's what I like to see. That's what Mama likes. Alright. So, here's the thing about these. Soul of a Moonlight Butterfly. Acquire many souls or create a unique weapon. Soul of the mystical moonlight butterfly, which flitters in the dark garden. Special beings have special souls. The butterfly soul is a creation of Seath the Scaleless. Used to acquire a huge amount of souls or create a unique weapon. A creation of Seath the Scaleless. Now, Seath, for those of you who may not remember, was mentioned briefly in the opening cutscene. Seath the Scaleless is a dragon. Typically nothing more, but Seath is very smart. Seath is an intellectual, and Seath had a lot of fucking things cooking. Again, I might be misstepping, I might be misspeaking, but Seath the Scaleless, I believe, occupied the Duke's archives and was a big old scholar. Just a big old, like, Watchtower basement key. Now, I totally forgot what that leads to. Or where that opens. Homeward Bone. Yeah, that doesn't really matter much since we have. But we have the Divine Ember now. Yay! So this thing here, I did it. Notice, looks exactly like Andre of Astora. I still don't know what this whole Astora place is, because this whole place is Lordran. Maybe there's different parts of it. Obviously, I mean, there's Anor Londo. These are things that I just don't know, frankly. Divine Ember. Ember required for weapon ascension. Divine Embers are property of the church and intended for divine blacksmiths. Ascends +5 standard weapon to divine weapon. Divine weapon can be reinforced to +5. Divine weapons are for undead hunting, used against undead and the pawns of necromancers. So essentially, what's going to happen is, if I can get this thing to +5, which is going to require more Twinkling Titanite and some digging, then basically I'll be home free. The question is, do I give it to Andre or do I wait to give it to the other guy? And I'm pretty sure the answer is I give it to Andre. Fortunately, I don't need to worry about that right now because I don't even have a +5 weapon, so that's something we can worry about later. I think it's given to Andre. Anyway, check this shit out.